Are we recording? Hi, this is Ann. How's it going, everybody? Bob, are you on here with me?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Ann, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm pretty tired. We've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I want to be sure that everything is going. Before we really get started, we've got just about 2 minutes. Bob, can you type a question in so I can see if I can see it? So if somebody asks me a question, I can answer it.
Absolutely. Hold on one second.
And anybody who's out
Anybody?
there, attendees who are, oh, hey Sandra, what's up? I see you. Anybody who's out there, say, give me a shout out. Hey, hey, hey. I don't know if other people can see that, but Sandra, you made me smile. Thank you. Anybody else that's out there, type a question or a thing in there. Hey Tim, I saw you in the Facebook thing. Hey, hey, hey. I saw that, Tim. Let's see here. Fluoride, Sunny, DJ, Lynn. Okay. Clearly, Haya from New York City. New Yorker. Jenny, Joanne. Okay, so we've got people that are logging in. I'm gonna give it just a little bit longer so that I can let everything going. Hey Maria. Hey Dor, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just before we start,
Hey.
somebody named Maria said hey.
Hey. Hi, Maria. I'm glad to be here. Ann is going to take really great care of you. So is Bob. And this is the
Mhm.
first one. And
If
we just
we
happen to be in the same room today because of, everything that's going on.
So if something happens, I'll call you.
Yeah,
I know,
I
I know
was just
that you're
talking
working.
over in the other corner. But hey, everybody, I am glad to have you on. I can't wait to get started. We have so much in store. So anyway,
Okay. Hey, so next question really quick. I've got my screen that I'm sharing, and before we really get started, I would like to know if everybody sees the go-to webinar screen. And if you see it, will you type in I see your screen? Because I'm gonna start off with some questions that have been asked ahead of time.
Hold on. Let's see. We're getting there.
Okay, yeah, they see it. So,
Yep. Looks
um,
like we're good.
Bob, will you keep track if somebody asks a question in the question area? And I'm just going to start with some questions that have been asked in the forum and on Facebook. And then when I stop, if you see a question that's come up, will you ask me and kind of MC this?
Absolutely. I'll try to
Everybody,
answer as many questions as I can while they're coming in, but any ones that look like we're getting a lot, I'm going to feed to you. Is that okay?
yeah, and I'd like it if you feed them to me anyway so that everybody can hear it because we're recording this so that the people that don't see it can come back because they won't be able to see the answers to the questions. So,
Very good.
so that everybody knows, Bob Costello is going to MC a lot of these. So is Jeff Lenny. Bob's a guy that knows so much about SEO. You'll see him in the Facebook groups and in the chat and also on the forum because Bob is somebody that Dory has hired specifically based on his skill set. So he's really a gifted guy, and I don't want to say he can answer any question, but he's pretty doggone. He pretty much can do that. So what I want to start off with first is I want everybody to see that this is the Facebook group, and you have to be invited. And in one of the emails, y'all should have gotten this. And I say y'all when I'm nervous, just know that I was brought up in the South. So if I say y'all or I say something that's funny, that's what it's from. But I think that everybody so far that's asked to be a member, we've done that. Some questions are in this actual area, and I want to ask everybody not to put questions in Facebook. We want the questions to be in the forum so that any and everybody can see them. People are coming from all over the world to the actual course, and we want to be sure that this is one place that everybody can be. So we're going to go through some things really quick, and then I'll open it up for questions. And first thing that came up here is anybody signed up for the 30-day challenge. We're actually thinking about maybe changing that a little bit. But I just want to say thank you here to, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Hanama. And I say build the whole shebang. Try to build a site all the way through. And the next question that I wanted to, let's see here, somebody asked this down here, was about right here, Desiree. She's wondering if in the webinar I can talk a little bit about, she has a website and without having a product service to sell. She also has a personal blog. She's never really used it. And I know that I want to target product services related to sustainability. So I bought a domain and I'm working on the WordPress site. I will not be able to attend the webinar, but I'll listen to the recorded one. So I want to start with, there's a lot in this one thing. I saw one thing here that said voice is fading. Is this better? Bob, if you start to not hear me, tell me, because I have a tendency to lean back. Can you still
You're
hear
coming
me?
in loud and clear here. Yep, absolutely. I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. So, in essence, if you want to have a website without having a product or a service to sell, what might that look like? I have a, it depends. You can have a website. I have a friend, a dear friend, she has a review site, and all she does is she gives reviews. So pretty much she's just given her opinion. That's all the website is. She doesn't sell anything. Actually, she gives things away for free, and people send her stuff to give away. All she does is just give her opinions. Now, she's done that for about a year or so, and she's now starting to monetize that because people want people want free stuff. So people are giving her stuff to give away for free because those people want like an Amazon review or a product review on Shopify. She doesn't have anything to sell and her website's taking off. A lot of the fashion guru people that have started off, they just started off with like a little weekly blog that they talk about fashion or entertainment, and they end up becoming a personality. Now, the second part of this says, that she wants to target product and services related to sustainability. So she bought a domain and she's working on the WordPress site. So when I think of sustainability, I think about evergreen money. And it's kind of rare these days that you have true evergreen money. Jeff's going to talk about launch jacking and DK's going to talk about affiliate marketing in the course. But I'm going to give you just a personal opinion. Let's say that your goal is that you need to increase your revenue by $1,000 a month. It'll just change your life if you do that. If you need to change your life by $500 a month or by $5,000 a month, there's ways to approach an internet business to accomplish that. And one way is to become an agency, which is what my company does, is I manage things for other people and then I'm paid monthly stipends. There's other ways that you can do it by doing products. I sell something on Amazon. Now, I see people all the time that do affiliate marketing, and that's how they make a living. And they do that in different ways. Sometimes they have passive income because they'll create feeds that come in and they just work on SEOing a site that sells things. For example, an Amazon store, you can create an Amazon store without selling anything because what you do is you can bring an Amazon feed into a website. And if somebody bought here, I actually have a website. My team, it went down, but my team actually, we built this a long time ago. Let me see if I still have it. Golf Pro Strategies. So let me see if I even rank for this anymore. Oh, I guess it would help if I spelled the word golf. That's so funny. Okay, so see, this is 13,300,000. So this is my site right here. Please don't kill me if you become great in SEO. Don't try and take my site down. But you can see this is a site that was hacked a long time ago. So we went back out and we built it. And on here it says Golf Pro Store. So if you click on this Golf Pro Store, I just want to tell you that I don't sell anything on this store. This store right here is populated by Amazon. So if you were to go, and all I did was bring in a feed, that's it. If you were to go and click on this and you wanted to buy this for $11.99 or you wanted to buy this Callaway set for $198, this is how, that's a way that you can just leave something up. I automatically put things on this site. It self-populates without me. Every single thing is automated. And one of our guys, Justin, actually, Anderson is going to give a plugin that we actually use on this site that makes it so beautiful. And so he's got a pretty cool thing. So like even when you think of shopping cart or any of that, this just all goes to Amazon. So that's one way that you can do that. And another way, Desiree, that I would say if you want to do sustainability is I would build a site on your personal blog that has to do with something that you're passionate about. Let's just say, for example, you live at the beach and you're passionate about doing outdoor stuff, anything from, I don't know, swimming to snorkeling. And so you start to talk about those things, and all of a sudden you go on some of the affiliate sites that have a launch that might say something like how to catch the biggest fish in in your life on a fishing trip. And trust me, there's things out there that are like that. And you start to build the whole website around something that's passionate to you, but then you begin to, I don't know how to say this, you begin to start advertising. You write articles that people can click on to buy that right then. And you can do that through JVZoo, you can do that through ClickBank, some of the things that Dory actually was talking about. So I think that I kind of went through that. I'm looking to see, somebody just asked to be a member of the group. And I'm looking on this to where that is. Recent group
I just saw
photo.
that, yes.
Do you see that, Bob? Something came up, but I don't know where it is right in the middle. I'm going to get off Facebook because I will get completely lost in this. So I hope I answered that question. Bob, did I get that?
Yeah, I believe so. I think one of the questions I saw that's coming up is Lynn was asking if she did not get an email to join Facebook. And I would say if that's the case, the best thing would be at that
Wait, I
point
didn't
to
hear the
contact
question.
support.
What was the question?
She said that she did not get an email to join Facebook. Would
Oh,
that be a situation where she should contact support?
never contact support. We don't want people to contact support because those are people that are doing things that are different. I think that you should put it in the forum so that we can send you an actual link to go become a member. And hold on one second. I'm just going to ask that right now. Amy, how does somebody become a member if they didn't get the email? Can they just go to Facebook and look up Page One Engine Members Group?
No, it is a closed group. If you get an email, tell them to send a support ticket in.
Yeah. So if you didn't get an email, then all you need to do is go to the forum and put in I need to get into Facebook, and Amy will take care of you guys tomorrow and be sure that she sends you an email.
Actually,
Okay.
Donald answered that perfectly. Said there's a link to the Facebook page in the members area under community.
Yeah, that's great.
So
Okay,
just go
thank you,
directly to
Bob.
that spot. Here's a great question. If and this is from Randell.
Okay.
If I'm a newbie starting from scratch, where should I begin? What should I do for now?
Okay, so Randall, I'm going to answer that very specifically. There's several ways to approach the Page One engine kind of system. And Dory created it so that the very beginning is very basic. So she starts with some animation, and the animation are very short little videos that kind of explain concepts. After, of course, she welcomes and I do a little tour. The second piece are two basic videos. I would say that they're mini courses. One is about an hour, and one is almost 3 hours. And that's where you should start so that you understand how to build a website and how to do those things. And I think sometimes people will say, yeah, but I don't really want to build a website. So what do I do from there? And what I can tell you is you want to watch those things anyway so that you start to understand the concepts. The first, I'm not sure if they've decided if they're going to do reputation management or launch jacking as the first release of the course. But every step along the line of the course, each of our experts are going from beginner to advanced. And when Dory thought about putting the course together, she did it by pulling in experts that we all are approaching this from somebody knowing nothing to somebody knowing everything, so everybody can take away a little secret. And the goal is to apply her 7, steps that she lives and breathes by to any kind of module, in the course they're modules, but really they're like little mini businesses. So like if you choose a business that's affiliate marketing, there's somebody that's going to teach you how to do that. So by the end of the course, which it started off being 8, but now she's got 10. By the end of 8 to 10 weeks, you're going to have taken enough information in to decide what you like, what you don't like, and where you want to focus. I don't think if you don't know what to do and you're a newbie, I think you should start at the very beginning. When you finish my course, you should have a website live, and then you just sit and breathe. I mean, I've seen all of the material, and you are going to be so blown away that you're going to I hope, my hope for you, and I would think Dory's hope for you, is that you will intuitively know which niche you want to focus on, if that makes any sense at all. Bob, are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, I think that's one of the first things when people get into internet marketing is understand where your space is. I love video. Doing video marketing and SEO for video is to me just so easy. It's where I love to be. But other people use it for local marketing. Some people will use it for affiliate marketing. There's so many aspects to marketing. There's niches within our space. I think that's what you're trying to explain.
I am trying to
Just like,
explain that. And Bob, I'll tell you something. I don't know if you know this, but we have 2 people that are going to be talking about video, ranking in YouTube and doing video. And oh my God, one course is over 6 hours. One course is very brief. But when I say that they are incredible, I mean they are freaking credible.
yes.
So I'm excited
And
about that.
I think what makes it so much fun is it's like magic to be able to take something that was nowhere and make it appear. And that's what we do with SEO. We make things appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a really cool way to say it. I think all of our experts, at least I'll just talk for myself. I think, just going through the process of trying to grasp what's in our brain and put it into a course outline that makes it interesting for people to understand, which, by the way, I want to thank everybody who threw some shouts out to me in Facebook. But it makes you feel good just to know that people are learning. And so when Dory asked us, look, I want you to give your all so that somebody who knows nothing or somebody who knows everything will walk away from this course going, dang, that is the best investment I ever made in my freaking life. I can't believe I learned so much. So it's pretty cool. But I'm going to go through some of the things that are in the forum. Everybody should have gone in. It's a separate email that you have to do to register to get in the forum. So there's a video on the front, but here's some of the forum questions that came up, and I just kind of want to hit some of these. This one says, I'm working through the videos, but have big picture question. I understand how to buy a domain name and set up a website, but how do we choose a domain name? Is this a site we want to promote personally, i.e. our brand, or a generic name that we want to use to promote other sites and monetize? I don't think I'm clear on what I'm aiming for. And I love, Rachel, thank you for putting that in. We've gotten quite a few people in here that have replied to that. And what I want to say to you is I love big picture questions, because what you're trying to do is really focus in. And when you focus in, there's a lot of ways to approach my opinion on that. There's something called an EMD, which is an exact match domain. So my name is Ann Premazon. I own AnnPremazon.com. Now that website actually points someplace else. Dory Friend, she owns DoryFriend.com. But if you were to sell brown eyeglasses, you could buy browneyeglasses.com, because it's a very easy way for Google to know exactly what your site's about. So if that's what you want to sell, that's a simple way to come up with content all around brown eyeglasses. The problem with that is, what happens when you want to sell red eyeglasses and blue eyeglasses? In short, you can do that. You just have to know how to SEO for that type of product. And if you want to stay focused in a niche, you could do something a little broader, like wholesale rugs. And then in the URL structure, meaning how the domain is, it could say, you could have a page that says from California. So the actual line would say wholesale rugs from California. I don't know if this is making sense. So when you go to GoDaddy and you go to search, it's going to tell you what types of domains you can buy if it's a new domain. And one thing that Dory does that I love, and she went over this in her video and her webinar, if anybody, I'm hoping everybody listened to it, where she talked about her 7 steps, and she buys expired domains. And she goes in and she actually looks at what type of pages were up there before. So she would try sometimes to buy something that is expired that she can flip into the type of business that she can automatically make rank. Or she will use that same type of domain purchasing to create a business that is designed specifically to push links to other businesses. And just to stay on target, choosing a domain name is pretty easy and it's pretty fun. And I just want to tell you, when I was first doing it, I decided that I was going to buy a website, and then I went in there, and then they started saying, do you want a .com, a .org, a .net? And now they have .love, .review, .eieio. I mean, they upsell you all the time. And I just want to tell you, when you're starting, choose one. You can't go wrong. You're going to learn in this course how to make any website rank. You just have to decide, are you a brick and mortar business on the web? Do you need something that's going to have an actual address? Is this going to be a business that you're going to build out over and over again? And if you are unsure, watch all the videos, because each expert's going to go over that themselves. Bob, do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, I think what we also find is that we end up doing a lot of them. We do more than one. You may start using videos, but I have many clients that I use. I love local clients to do local SEO. And so I'll combine my video SEO with local SEO. So don't feel like you're going to have to pigeonhole yourself into one spot. Once you learn the concepts, you can apply it to any niche.
Yeah, and you know what else? Domains can be as low as $2.99, $1.99. The average is probably about $9.99. Hey, you want to say something?
I do. I'm listening to the conversation in the background, and I do want to say a little bit
Scoot up a little bit.
about getting too far ahead of ourselves. I think the first thing everybody needs to know and focus on is learning the craft. Making a test site.
By the way, this is Dory butting in on this webinar, this Q&A.
Yeah. Doing something like that. It's like you're gonna learn to be a doctor. You're learning the craft of free traffic. And after you learn to become that doctor or whatever, you craft it is, plumber or whatever, then you go out and you pick, a specialty. So a lot of doctors go to school, they learn all the basics about human anatomy, and then they specialize in something. So that's basically what you're going to do. You're going to learn about all kinds of different ways to make money on the internet using these 7 same steps. And there's probably going to be one that really, really sticks out for you, really appeals to you. I mean, Ann and I had totally different personalities. She runs, an SEO agency. I could never do that. I hate being on the phone. That's like my worst nightmare. But she loves it. So you're gonna see different business models that are going to appeal to you, and some are just not going to appeal to you. And you'll get an idea, but you're going to learn the craft of SEO. And I think, it's just like going through it, every video, going through the curriculum and doing the exercises and just doing a test site and just getting a feel for it is where you should start. And I hope I answered the question that was being asked as I butted in.
Okay. But you can butt in anytime you want, buddy.
I would add one thing, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about domains. Sometimes we don't have a choice. Often we take on a project where the domain name is already established. It might be a business or something. It is just one way that we use SEO. It's a great piece, but if you don't have it, it doesn't mean you're out of the game.
Yeah, and I like that. And there's another one here. Let's see here. Will you cover niche research and picking a niche? Fluoride asked that. You know what? There's going to be a lot of people that talk about picking a niche. They're going to talk about it from different perspectives. So I'm so excited that you asked that, because I really think that will create a lot of buzz. And I would like to ask you to please go post that in the forum so that you can see what other people have to say about that. Everybody should be posting things in the forum. I got another one here that says we get invites for video products every day. Can you know which ones are worth using buying? Okay, so this is another Ann opinion. Just for the record, I hate getting all of those emails. I am on every single email list that you could imagine. And so sometimes when there's a product launch, I feel like I just get bombarded. And sometimes there's a part of me that just almost goes like, I almost don't see them. It's like sometimes I'll see somebody's name and I just start deleting them. However, the way that I know that there's a good product and the way that I buy something that is good is and I've bought many, is I look at what is being sold, what the price is, and what I think my takeaway will be. Because, like Dory, she talked about all of her bonuses. Any of the affiliates that are selling this want you to buy from them so that you can get their bonuses. And I think that those bonuses are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I don't make my decision based on bonuses, but a lot of people do. I make my decision based on can I afford it and what do I think my takeaway will be. And when I look at those things, like one time I got a course and it was about video sales letters. Now I happen to do those a lot in my business. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? It just didn't seem right. And it was like, I don't know, maybe it was very inexpensive. I want to say it was like $47 or $97. And I remember this specifically because then I went to I think I was in Washington and I went to Yannick Silver's Underground and I heard all of these people speak and this guy named John Benson got up and spoke and I spent $5,000 for his product. Now, why do I tell you this? Because I was so enamored with what his product was, I bought it. But the truth is, I am still using the thing that I was most comfortable with. And even though I own his product, I haven't used it like I thought I would. I was pretty inspired to use it and then I didn't. So kind of bringing it back to Page One Engine, that's how come I'm so excited that Dory's got so many different experts here because I think we all have different approaches and we're all pretty down to earth. And all of us that are speaking and educating, it's what we do, so all of us are passionate about our niche. So anyway, I hope I answered that question. You can keep the questions coming. You can put them in the little.
So
Are there
I
any
think
more,
here's a good
Bob?
question. Yep.
Yeah.
This one comes from Jenny.
Yeah.
Hello, I have an existing website that is for affiliate products. Would it be better to start with a new website, or can I work on the existing one?
And this is from Jenny. Bob, did you say it was from Jenny?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so
Yes, that's correct.
Jenny, I'm going to say two things. First, I don't know the answer 100%, and second, my initial thing would be to stay with the website that you've got. Because as you go through the course, you're going to be able to look at your website with a new pair of glasses and be able to make that determination. What are some things that you can tweak? What are some things that you're doing right? If you have a website and it's already up, even if you haven't done anything to it, there's one thing that you have that a new website doesn't, and that's age, and that's usually indexed pages that are there. Now, with that said, I don't know anything about your niche, your product, how it's going. I would say really, really watch Jeff and DK because they're going to talk a lot about affiliate marketing in really cool ways, and I think you'll be able to learn the real answer to that because DK he does different sites and Jeff has one. So I think that their approaches are different, and I think you'll be able to make a wise decision after watching those two modules. And in addition to that, when Erock talks about local SEO, he talks about it in a way that it will really benefit almost any site. So I'm going to say sit tight and really wait and get through the modules, and you will intuitively know if you're going to start over. And if you're going to start over, is it just going to be because you give your current site a facelift or how that's going to look? Does that make sense, Jenny?
I don't see a
Okay, so
response. I'm getting an echo on my side, though.
from me,
I think so. Maybe my your speakers might be too close to the microphone.
I don't have any speakers. I'm on a Mac.
Well, that's
Bob,
odd.
go ahead and turn yourself off because it says Bob has a bad echo. So for you, why don't you stay silent? Because I'm seeing all of all I can read some of these
Yeah.
because Bob echo echo echo. So I won't even say hi to you anymore. So we'll I love you, Bob. I'm gonna tell you to
All
turn
right.
off.
I'll jump off. I'll let you know if I need anything.
Okay, let's see here. Can we start with something simple like launch jacking before the rest of the models are released? Lynn asked that. Yeah, Lynn, you can. I mean, one of the cool things that Dory did in one of her webinars, and I don't know if you saw that, is she talked about how you can actually do launch jacking like in 4 hours. I don't know if Jeff is going to be 1 or 2, but what I can tell you is you do not any of the modules like somebody put in one of the emails to support that they already started building their website. I mean, there's not a right or wrong way to do this. So if you start something, it's not like you can't go back and make changes. So I'm going to encourage you to do whatever you want to do, Lynn. And I think that you will really enjoy launch jacking. And the difference from my understanding of seeing some of the material between what Jeff does and DK does is Jeff aggressively goes after a a launch that he chooses, and he goes after that with a mindset of 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 doing it when a product is going live, whereas DK approaches it from how to really choose a product that's going to be evergreen, that somebody can buy today or tomorrow or a year from now. So I think that you'll learn a lot about that from that way. Oh wait, here's another question. Let's see here. Can you SEO a website for multiple keywords? That was from Kathy. Kathy, SEO actually means search engine optimization. And the best way for me to answer that is an emphatic yes, you can. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to learn the basics. You're going to learn how to build a website, and a website is going to have a theme, and then there's silos. And I use an example in my video about like Ford Motor Company, just as an example, is a huge organization. But when you want to buy a truck, you're just in the truck silos that talk about their dualies and their pickup trucks, things like that. And you don't click from there to an Escort. But if you go to cars, it'll talk about their sedans. And as you learn about SEO, you're going to learn how to utilize the website to optimize it to benefit your product or your brand or the thing that you're going for in many different ways. So I hope I answered that, Kathy, because you're gonna make a website work for you, and you're gonna learn how to do that. Let's see here. Okay, Corey, I want to promote a VSL. Do I need to have a WordPress site? Well, no, actually you don't. And I love that you asked that. And I can't wait for you to see the guys that are going to do our video stuff. So if you have a video sales letter, so let's just talk that through really quick. Most people put it on a website. Do you have to? No. I mean, you can put it on YouTube, and all you have to do is rank that YouTube page. That's it. Boom. Done. You can put it on Facebook. Hold on one second. Is your second training going to be open to everybody?
Yes.
When is that?
Sunday, 8 p.m.
Sunday at 8 o'clock. Dory's actually, I don't know, have you sent emails out? Can I tell everybody this?
We're sending emails out tomorrow.
Okay, Dory's going to send emails out tomorrow, but she's going to do a training on how to rank a site how to rank a page without having a website. So Corey, I love the way you're thinking, and without question you can do that. And I hope that you do that for your 30-day challenge, because that would be rad to see your video sales letter up on YouTube. That would be awesome. Let's see here. Lewis, you said, but we want to hear him, meaning Bob. Well, we want to hear Bob too, but he went on vacation this week. He's going to be home tomorrow, and his how do you say it? His where he thought his internet was going to be is just kind of a little crazy. So everybody was complaining that he had an echo. So sorry about that. Let's see here. Tom, what is the fastest way to replace our investment in the program? Well, I wish that I had a magic ball to tell you that. I don't know the answer to that, but I can tell you this: if you don't do one thing, if you don't build a website, if you don't get an affiliate account, if you don't do video, and all you do is watch the videos and understand how to apply it to a current site or to a friend's site, it's just going to change the way you think in a way that I believe is almost invaluable. You know, when Dory pulled everything together and she said, you know, it's funny because when she did her first thing, she wasn't joking when she said that everybody in her circle kind of gave her a little bit of stink for selling this for 1997, because I mean, it's just so much information. It almost feels a little overwhelming from this side, but she set it up in a way that it's going to drip out. So I really think, Tom, that you're going to know that answer. If I had to say the fastest way to do it, if you put a gun to my head and you said, Anne, tell me the fastest way to replace it, I would have to say, if you follow Jeff's steps, you'll make the most money the quickest. That would be my opinion. But it's not evergreen money. And if you do David's or DK's or how Kim talks about email lists, I mean, that's building for the future. So you've got to decide how you want to approach it. We have an existing site with 300 pages of unique content. Can we add the silo SEO to existing site pages? Yes, you can. So imagine, I love that you asked that, Kathy. Think of it like this. Like, have you ever gone to Gap and bought something, or Best Buy, bought something online? So they have hundreds and hundreds of products. And what they do is they silo it. They take it and they'll say, like, is this for TVs? And then you click on TVs and it'll say 50 inches or larger. Do you want to sort by price? If you go to the Gap, it'll say women's, men's, children. And then each time you go in, it breaks it down farther and farther. The goal is to be able to rank each page individually so that somebody who's looking for a 32-inch Samsung LED black TV, that page comes up, but then they can see the silos on the left or right. So when somebody, I mean, Best Buy is a brand name, so is Gap, so that may not be as good of an example, but I hope I'm explaining that well enough. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, what is an affiliate account? Lynn asked. Okay. So this is kind of an interesting topic because an affiliate account is something that you're going to learn a lot about. I don't do this type of marketing, but I'm going to answer the question because I have some affiliate accounts. So on the example that I showed you for the golf site, the Golf Pro Strategy site, where I pulled a feed in from Amazon, I had to go and register at Amazon and say, please give me, it'll say on there how to become an affiliate. And I had to go put my name, say where they would send me money if I made some, and I became an affiliate. And that meant that they opened up the ability for me to pull a feed into the site. So that's one way. Let's say that I went someplace like ClickBank or Share a Sale, and you go to these websites, and I just want to say again, I am not the one to do this. I mean, Dory, Jeff, DK, E-Rock, I mean, so many people know so much more about this. But you go to one of those sites and they ask you your name, address, phone number, and bank account information, that if you sell something, you put it in there, and then they give you an account, and then you choose a product. So if there was a product for, a weight loss product or how to go fishing, you just choose that product and you get a little code so that when you put that on a website, if somebody clicks that to buy the product, your affiliate numbers go with it and you get credited for the sale. And so it's free to get affiliate accounts. But to get them and not know the purpose and not know how you're going to make money with it, I would tell you to wait. But it's very easy to get those. And I know that they're going to go through that like in detail where they got theirs, how they do it, what they do it. I mean, people are going to, just like I went through how to build a site, people are going to go through this so specifically so that you can do it with them. Let's see here. Will you let us know what plugins we need for a WordPress site to optimize the SEO? Well, actually, if you watch all of our videos, I use the Yoast plugin for SEO, and if I don't know if you've gotten through module, it's not really module 1 and 2. It's but I go through that and I tell you what plugin I use, how I suggest you use it, how you go about that. And I used a free theme. I usually use paid themes, but I wanted to do something that everybody could do for free. And anyway, I talk about the Yoast plugin. That's what my agency uses that for SEO. There's a million of them out there. I like that one because they walk you through it, and I've seen that be the best, and I believe that is the gold standard. And just so you know, I am not an affiliate of Yoast plugin, although they do have an affiliate program. So I'm being transparent here. I'm not trying to tell you to go buy it because I get anything from it. It just really is the best plugin. So let's see here. I'm going through the questions. If anybody has any more questions, please type them in. So here's one from Sunny. Sunny is saying, so we should go ahead and pick some area of interest to build the site for now without worrying about how to monetize it. I would say, yeah, Sunny, I don't think that you could go wrong with that, or at least a Facebook page or something in that area. I think as you're learning and practicing some of the things that I'm teaching, I think that you will really do well if you approach it that way. Sandra's saying the problem with the cost of the program, I need to generate some funds fast. Well, I mean, I really, Sandra, I think that you will generate some funds fast, but nothing happens overnight. And that's how come I know for a fact that we really wanted to talk about serious students, because it's easy, but it's not simple, if that makes any sense at all. And you really will be able to make some really great money. Let's see here if I've got anything else. Here it says, how do I get Anne's first lesson? So when you go on the page 1 engine site, actually I can go there really quick. I think I can. If you click, everybody should be able to see my screen. If you click on education, oh, let me log in again. If you click on education and you go to the left right here under start, this is Dory's welcome. We do a little tour. These are the 3 little animations that we made to kind of go over some specific topics. Then setting it all up, when you click in here, you will be able to see this. This is an hour and 30 minutes. And then the next one is get to page 1, and that's 2 hours. So that's about 3.5 hours worth of content. So that's where you go to get that. And then we'll start to release the modules. I think that they said, actually, let me go to the dashboard and look on the calendar, because I think the first module is going to be on a Tuesday. So module 1 will be released on Tuesday the 7th. And on the 9th, there's going to be a huge webinar that we're going to get as many, excuse me, of the experts on. So I hope that answered that question. Let me see here. So, kind of going through this. This is all the questions and answers. Let's see. Okay, Lewis, let's read this one. This is a long one. I own a domain I bought a few years ago, and it was registered in 2005. Good for you, Lewis. That right there, If we were someplace else and I had a drink ticket, I would buy you a drink right there, even though I don't drink. It is just letters that don't make sense. Okay, thanks. I see that. I also have a domain that I bought in 2010 that is for a specific type of gardening and has a site but not ranking well. Which domain should be easier to rank? Thinking of 30-day challenge here. Lewis, I'm going to say, honestly, take a picture of the gardening site, because I think that one you will be able to get more juice on quicker, but I'm not playing around. I have not built any backlinks. Actually, in my last thing, I guess now I have done backlinks, but when I was doing my course, I built no backlinks. So the other one, this one right here, the MDW, you know what I'm talking about? I think you could rank either one. I think that these things will really help you, as Dory says, get in the practice of mastering the basics and mastering the concepts. So I'm going to encourage you to do one or both of them, but I think the gardening will be a little easier, even though the other site is older. And that other site, once you learn some of Dory's magical tricks, you're going to be like, oh, now I know what I can use that for. Let's see here. How do we sign up for tomorrow morning's webinar? So actually, however you signed up for this webinar, we're trying to decipher how we're going to do live Q&As. Bob and Jeff are going to do most of them. I just jumped on this one because I have the first course that was released. So I think you just go to the same spot that you went to today. Hold on 1 minute and I'll try and find that out. Amy, are you around?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they use the same? I can't see you, so.
I'm coming. I didn't hear the question. Sorry.
How do people get on for the live Q&A tomorrow morning?
We will send out another email because it's going to be a whole separate link.
Oh, okay. So every single time there's a Q&A, they're going to send out a separate email. So, Benny, that's how you're going to.
Let me tell you, just to start, we're gonna create one here probably in the next couple days, where it'll be scheduled webinars. It'll be like a series of them.
Okay.
So it'll be a one-time shot, and we'll let you know when that happens. So
that means they register once so they can
register
keep
once,
coming
and then
back.
they'll just keep coming back.
So they're working that out because, I mean, guys, it's pretty interesting how this is. I can't tell you how quick this is growing, but I'm so excited that you're in the community. And you guys are the first one. I mean, this is the first Q&A. So again, thanks for being here. And Amy will take care of that. And by the way, Amy really, really is Amy. You know, sometimes how you go to places and you go to customer support or you're talking live to somebody and you're doing a live chat and it's not really the person. Well, she's sitting right here next to me. So
I am, and I heard the name Maria earlier, and I was talking to Maria about an hour ago. So if that's you, Maria.
Yeah, Maria,
hi.
if you're on here too, Amy said she talked to you about an hour ago. Where to get 50% coupon for old domain name? Lynn, I don't know what you're referring to. Will you ask that question another way? Because I don't know. Oh, you know what? I bet I do know. Dory said for the serious students that she was going to give 50% coupon to her domain broker. So I want to talk about that really quick because I buy age domains, and the way I do that is through GoDaddy auctions, or how she showed in her demo of Fresh Drop, and then it talks about all of these other places. I will figure that out and have Dory post that someplace within the forum, and I'll put that up once I know how that is. I know she left, but will you help me remember that? Because she did put that in the webinar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Lynn, thanks for that. In the membership area, under Start Here, as I'm going through the videos, the progress bar is not updating. The percentages are not updating. Hey, DJ, that's right. They're not updating because we put those so as people are doing the actual as people are going through my course, let me just show you really quick. It'll help. Right here down at the bottom, the course progress doesn't start until you're in module 1. And if you go into setting it all up and you go into my little thing, if you were to watch it, you would see a progress bar for each individual video. So I hope that that's helpful. Thanks, DJ. about the 500 link bonus. Can we use these on sites that have already been SEO'd using other methods? Some of the bonuses require the use of the 7-step method. Thanks. Hey, Pedro, what's going on? Well, here's the thing. How do I want to say this? I mean, I don't think that you should link to your website. That's not what the purpose of having access to Dory's network. So when you have access to a PBN or you build your own, the purpose is to understand the linking strategies. So in mine that I actually did, I used linking to things that I knew no matter what would never be harmed if somebody viewed a link as a spammy link or a lower quality link. So it's learning about the concepts of pushing things up to page one. So to answer your question, let's say that whoever SEO'd your site built a link to your site from the Chamber of Commerce or the Better Business Bureau. Just as an example, you would then be able to use Doherty's network, and let's say that that's on page 4. You would be able to use Doherty's network and learn about linking and push links to that link. And that's how it's done. So she really explains that a little more in the course and the guys that do advanced linking strategies. So the answer is yes, you can use that. And Pedro, I hope I answered your question. Let's see here, Sylvia. I have many websites or squeeze pages. What is the best strategy to start making profit with those squeeze pages in my website about Empower Network, which is different content? All right. Sylvia, I think I understand your question. Let me say it out loud. You have many website or squeeze pages. What's the best strategy to start making a profit with those? And your business is about an empowered network. Again, without seeing that, I'm going to say that if you have squeeze pages, for those who don't know what a squeeze page is, it is usually designed to get traffic to do something like a download, and you're building an email list. So if you have an email list from these squeeze pages that are working, I would figure out how to target them for a product. That's just my opinion. I don't know how many you have. I'd be glad to look at it offline. If you put it in the forum, I don't mind going and take a peek at that. And I would maybe make your actual website be towards what the product is and use your squeeze pages to drive traffic there via sending them an email. So you didn't say in here, are your squeeze pages getting you the results that you want? So I would need a little more information, Sylvie. I hope you understand. Karen says, hey, if you don't have a product in mind, is there somewhere to get an idea of what to do? Karen, absolutely. There are so many places to get an idea of what to do. The bigger question becomes, hold on, that's my Skype. Somebody's yelling at me on Skype. There's so many places to get a product. Let me just turn this off. I didn't do that. Let's see here. I'm quitting Skype. Okay. There are so many places to look at products. Dory goes over that. DK goes over that. Jeff goes over that. If you're wanting to sell products, there's also ways to do that by getting a feed like from Amazon or Best Buy, those types of places, Target, that give you feeds for a site. But if you want to get an idea what product to do, I would wait and determine the method into which you're going to sell it. Because you might choose to do everything through Facebook, or you might choose to do everything through videos, like Corey had said about a video sales letter. So I think you should kind of get into the course a little bit so that you can really understand and make that decision wisely. Sorry, not just start here, but setting it all up to progress is not being updated. DJ, thank you. So you're telling me that you're watching it and right here, this progress bar is not working. Hold on a minute. Let me make a note on that. Can you, right here, what he's saying is that I just want to test this tomorrow, or whoever tests that. I'm talking to Amy right now, so you don't even have to send in anything. He's saying that when he watches this, his progress bar is not moving.
Okay.
Will you please let whoever knows need to know that? Hey, DJ, thank you for that. Thank you for the clarification. Okay, fluoride, where will these recordings be placed on the website? You know what? That is a great question, and I have no freaking idea. Um, Amy, that's another note. I know I've given you 3, but I don't know the answer to this. Do you?
I didn't hear the question. So
The question is, once these are recorded, where are they going to be? Are they going to be up on the website?
We're gonna put it in the members area.
Okay, it's going to be up in the members area, like in the forum, in the under resources. Okay, I don't know when, where, or how, but it's going to be under resources, Miss Fluoride or Mr. Fluoride. I don't know. I can't tell by that, but I immediately wanted to go to female. So
don't expect
anyway,
it in an hour, but it
yeah.
will be up in there soon.
I don't know how long it'll take for them to put it up. Okay, let's see here. On calendar, what is the difference between blue and orange webinars? Hold on one second, please. Let me go to the dashboard. Where's my glasses? Blue and orange. Oh, there's no difference. It's going to be, so some people who are out of the country, it's easier for them to do the 10 a.m. And the other people, it's easier for them to do the evenings. That's the only difference. The people that are on them, we actually never really know. It'll probably be Bob, Joe, or Jeff, usually answering most of the questions. I just happen to be doing this one because Bob's was echoing. And so we thought that since my content was the first to be released, it would be good to have me kind of around. So that's why I'm here. Will you ping Bob and ask him, is he doing the one in the morning, and will his stuff work okay? Because if not, we should have a backup plan, because he was echoing and they were complaining on that. Let's see here. One of the videos that I watched stated to go to Google and type in site:/www. For some reason, nothing comes up when I use the www. Is this going to be an issue? Hey, Colin, I don't know what you're referring to, but let's try it. Let's just go to Google together, and I'll show you. If you watched that was probably me saying that, because I did the first site. So if I go to site:/www. And you have to put a site in after that. So we were working on sealbeachseo.com. When you do that, it tells how many results you get for that website. So as you can see, this is what all has come up. I hope that's helpful, Colin. I hope I got it. If you were just to put in site www, and if I said that and I didn't fill the rest in, just know that I'm sorry. That's why that's not going to do it. You always have to put a website after that. If you were to do, I don't know, I said Gap earlier. See, if just you mean it says there's 25,000 results for Gap. So just to give you an example, it's a way to see how many of your pages have been indexed. Are we going to have transcripts of the webinars as well? You know what? I need to tell you, Virginia, I really don't know the answer to that. I can tell you that my throat hurts from talking so long. And I will ask Dory if we are going to have it. I can't imagine them coming out really quick because it takes time to do that. But Amy, will you find out from Dory if she is going to transcribe the videos? Because people want to know and let us know. Just
the regular training videos.
Yeah. No.
The modules.
Hey, Virginia, Amy's asking me to ask you, are you talking about the webinars or the modules? Because we have most of the modules we have as audio, and I don't think there's transcriptions for those. So do you mean the webinars? Because she said webinars. So,
okay.
So will you make a note of that?
Make a note of that, yep.
Hey, Lynn, you're welcome. Okay, Paula, I have a service type business. Oh my goodness, there's so many questions. I don't know if I can do them in 3 minutes. I have a service type business in an existing website that has been online since 2001. Woo! Paula, you got a little gold mine there. Will this be a big help to me? Yes, I'm already on page 2 out of 12.4 million search results. My goal is to be number 1, of course, and to make the phone ring. It's not an affiliate site, and I don't sell anything online. Paula, your life is about to freaking change. I'm not even lying, exaggerating, being over the top. You are going to learn things. I'm going to tell you right now. You have to watch the YouTube stuff with David and Jason, and you have to watch Eric's stuff, because E-Rock is going to talk all about local business that, I mean, will just literally make your site explode. I'm so excited for you, and I actually wish that you would kind of start taking notes of where you're at, because I think that you would be a great case study, because so many people are wanting to do the get rich quick, doing it on affiliate marketing, which I never see happen. I see affiliate marketing and launch jacking being the winners going to those people that are steady and they build it and it comes. You've already got a great foundation, and I'm really looking forward to it. So Paula, I'm really excited for you. You made the right choice. That's awesome. DJ, those individual progress bars are not updating. Okay, yep, got it. Sylvie, no email list yet. Okay, I think you're the one that talked about the squeeze page. So when Kim talks about utilizing the squeeze page to get email list, you're really going to want to take advantage of that, especially if you've got traffic on those squeeze pages. Okay, Sylvia, I hope that was helpful. Can you suggest a good tool to check ranking other than scrolling through pages of Google? Lewis, Dory's going to release tools that's going to tell you check ranking. I mean, let me go back to the dashboard here. I mean, this right here is all grayed out for all of us, but she's going to eventually, that's going to be, when you click on it, you're going to get those tools. That's part of buying the course. And so she's going to go through all of those tools and how that works. So hold your horses. She's going to help you with that. I don't know when it's going to be released. All I know is that's one of the tools. Okay, Sylvie, thank you. Says it looks like your video player knows if you have watched a video and knows if you didn't finish. Does your video player do this for you? What video player do you use? Okay, so that's a technical question on the back end. You're talking about in the course, right? So what video player did they use? Does anybody know? Do you know what video player they used on Page One Engine? JW. I think it was JW Player, but I'm not 100% sure. I think Dory had her programmer do it. Let me just see. I think that's what it was, JW Player. I'm not 100% sure, Kathy. I hope that helps you. And Kathy, if you can see that it knows that you didn't finish, then who said that they didn't see the progress bar? So I don't.
I just played some on my side and it's not. So we'll fix that tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not tracking it.
Yeah, Tim's progress bar isn't working either. DJ, you're welcome and thank you. Colin, my website without the www shows an index in Google. Oh, so Colin, okay, now I understand. So let me say this really quick. In essence, if you have a website, right? So see right here, I'm just going to go back to Gap, and it's www.gap.com. So now if I go back here and I do Gap, see how it says that there's here, I say Gap and it shows that too. So what's interesting about this is that in Webmaster Tools, when you go back and you look at it, so see 25,000 results with the www, and without the www, 131,000 results. So when you're in Webmaster Tools, it asks you to say which one is the primary domain. So now I'm going to go do a search just so that you can see this. And I'm going to just do a search for Gap. And I'm going to see if Gap uses, so see they use www. They want you to go to www, but many people don't. They go to the other. They go to the non-www. So in Webmaster Tools, it asks you to show that. And let's demo that a little quicker. So if I go to Gap, right here with the www, it takes me to their website right here. Let's see if I do it without the www. I'm going to bet it's a redirect. I don't know the answer to that, but let's just try it. Yep, see it all. So even though if I was to put in gap.com right there without the www, and I put that in, it takes you there. So let's try it with something else. Let's go to cnn.com. CNN took us to www.cnn.com. So just so that you know, it's all about how you set that up on the back end. And that's why in Webmaster Tools, I talk about choosing what you want to be prevalent. Colin, I hope that helped you there. Sylvie Cool. Floyd. Yes, you are a female. Okay, good. Let's see here. All right. It's 7:03, so I need to be bringing this to a close. Will both webinars be the same? Should I attend both in one day? Tim. Hey Tim, that's up to you. I don't think the same person is going to be emceeing them, and I think you're mainly going to be talking to Bob or Jeff, and then if they want one of us to come on, I think they'll ask us. I'm doing this first one because we had because mine was the first module. So I'm going to say, just you're going to hear different answers because different people will be on. Will the webinar be in the morning, be the same one as the evening? So again, I think that I'm going through questions, so I don't know if the questions will be the same. And I think, we're going to have to populate the forum a little bit with what some of these were. So we'll figure all that out. Let's see here. Thanks for the webinar about Dory PBN. Can we send them to Amazon listing? Kara, of course. That's one of Dory's specialties. Are you kidding me? I don't know if anybody here ever saw any of the webinars that she did that she just overtook it for Amazon stuff. So yes, send them to Amazon listings. And when she goes over her training on Sunday, she's going to talk a lot about that. So I think that's great. Also for tomorrow's webinar, can we use that for Amazon too? Is there a webinar tomorrow?
There's the Q&As.
There's Q&As. So let me just look on the calendar. There is not a webinar tomorrow. So Dory's going to be teaching on Sunday. So I don't know what that is about. Okay, Colin, I understand what you're saying. The www does not show anything and the other one does. So if you go into Webmaster Tools, let me just do this really quick so I can see it. Let's see here. If I go to www.cklbrands.com. So see, Colin, that's awesome. Yours just does it backwards. Yours goes from the www and it resolves here. So, I always teach people to do it the opposite way, but it looks like you've got something going pretty cool. So I would do this. I think this looks like a great product, by the way. And let me just throw out a special hey there to Colin's site. If you're looking for virgin coconut oil, please go to cklbrands.com because this guy's selling it and it looks beautiful. But I just think you just did it backwards. I always say to go the other way because it's a fully qualified domain name when you use the www. But as you start to learn about linking, because yours redirects automatically to the non-www, you can actually push links to both. Dory goes over that in some interesting ways. So I hope that answered your question. How long should I keep going? There are still questions. Let me see how many more I have. There's a lot. Should I keep going? It's 7. It's 7. Bob's not on. Hold on one second, everybody. I'm just going to take a quick drink.
Do you need water?
No, I've got something right here. Yeah. This many.
Okay, then no more questions, and let's just get through those.
Okay. Hey, Virginia, I see what you're saying. It's easier to go back and look at stuff in a transcript for these webinars. So I will just really I will make that clear to the powers that be. So let's see here. Not sure if this is for this webinar. I'm reading a question from Tom, so hold on a minute.
Tom's a little advanced.
Hey, Tom, you got a little advanced in here. I'm not going to answer your question, but I do want you to put that specific question in the forum because I think that you will get several people that will respond to it. Okay. And I have an opinion about that. And if I can, I'll get over there and put it in there too. And I'll try and get Dory to take a peek. let's see here. So we talked about that. Hey, Colin. All right. Let's see here. Wendy, there was supposed to be a webinar today when I signed up for the original webinar. I signed up for 3. I don't see them on the schedule. Just go off the site calendar schedule. Yeah, I would. I think that there was a webinar today that got canceled, but I know for sure that Dory's doing something on Sunday. So, hey, Wendy, welcome. Okay, let's see here. All right, I think we've got it all. Guys, thank you so much. If there's anything, oh my God, that's so loud. It seems like a plane's getting ready to fly in the thing. It was a helicopter. So guys, take it easy. Talk to you later, and if anything comes up, put it in the forum, Facebook. Look forward to seeing you there. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. So I just hit
Good night now.